Welcome back, everyone, to the 2017 July Business Forum for the Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce. We had our good friends from the Daily News. Now another good friend, a new friend, Ron from Sam's. Ron, we're happy to have you.
Honored to be here.
Welcome to our community. Ron is the new assistant manager of the Sam's Club. And I've just got a chance to know you. First of all, nice look you got going on there. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you get to wear that at work like that?
No.
This is like gussying up here.
I'll be changing before I go to work. So,
but
no.
We've met you a couple of times at the First Friday Coffee. We're just chatting. So let's chat about you first here. You've been here since October. What brought you here and all that kind of stuff?
Actually, I had worked for Sam's Club before.
All right.
Left to do missions work and ministry. Returned to the company last year. Came here in October to do some training. And had the opportunity to stay here during Christmas, holidays, and a little after that. And fortunately, the position became available in membership and marketing. And so I was able to get it. And so I'm honored to be here. It's a wonderful community.
Well, it is, and Sam's, as we were saying, and as everyone out there knows, probably half the people in this community go to Sam's. And they do so much for the community, which we'll talk about in a second. But just, is it a fun place to work?
It is. It is. We have a lot of fun. The associates, we try to do things that are motivating.
Right.
That certainly, community service, taking care of our members.
Right. Absolutely.
Is a great thing, and we get a lot of fun. And there are challenges that come with it. But we try to meet those with enthusiasm. Got it. And make sure that we do our best. At the end of the day, to have taken care of our members and looked after each other as well.
I love it. Rochelle Graves, Rochelle, listen up here, because Ron's going to give you some pointers on shopping at Sam's. But everyone goes there once a week, but she goes like 3 times a week. She just loves it from the chamber. But it's wonderful. They have so much cool stuff. Give a couple of tips about best way to use Sam's. Is there any tips, behind the scenes things that you've learned about it that make it more advantageous to the shopper?
Well, there are a couple of things that we offer now that are very advantageous to our members. One is our Scan and Go app. Which you can go to the App Store and download it on your phone.
Got it.
When you come in the store or in the club, you're actually able to shop right on your phone. Wow. And you can key in your items and total it and everything right on your phone. You don't have to wait in line. You go straight to the exit door. They actually scan it and you're ready to go.
Holy cow!
So that's a feature that a lot of members, because with holidays and with busy times, it avoids having to stand in the line, and so you're able to get in and out. So that's one of the exciting things. And I think also our click and pull program. A lot of members go online and place their order. And then it can be ready for them when they get there. And so that's advantageous, especially for people who are busy and for business members. And so we're able to pull them and have them ready for them.
Yeah, I personally like getting a big cart and going up and down the aisles. Predominantly I'm doing the food shopping there, but sometimes we'll get some other, appliances, etc. But I just love going up and down the aisles. And I think the bakery is probably the most underrated fresh baked place. The food there is spectacular.
Absolutely.
And the cakes, they do all the sponsored cakes for our ribbon cuttings, and they're back there, they got the logo on them. I mean, it's just wonderful. So that's my favorite spot at Sam's, is the bakery. But now, we were chatting earlier about the remodeling. Let's talk about that. I heard things are moving all over the place.
This is, for me, it's an exciting time to be with Sam's, to be a part of the remodel, to see it from start to completion. It's an exciting time not only for everything that we're going to be able to offer our members, but just for the community. Right. To be able to open our doors and know that we've got a lot of new things that will be exciting, that will provide even greater service, or provide more of a selection. So we're excited about that. Some of the key things that will be available once the remodel is done, right, is we will have a fresh island, which will include a sushi bar. Wow. And we will have an expanded selection of premium meats, an expanded selection of seafood, which, by the way, will be from the boat to the club within 48 hours.
I'll be darned.
We will have a walk-in produce cooler. We'll have a walk-in dairy cooler. We're reinventing our cafe. We're expanding the seating area there. There will be kiosks where the members can actually do made-to-order sandwiches to go. There'll be charging stations there, premium coffee, smoothies. And also in our health and wellness services, we're expanding that as well. That will include a new optical center and also a private health services screening room, a private room that they can do immunizations. So there are a lot of new things that we're excited to be able to provide for our members.
Yeah, still in the same square footage, not adding any more wall space, just moving things around.
Absolutely. And so it's sometimes, even right now, as we go through the remodel, there are things that are being moved around and being readjusted as we're implementing all of this. But we just encourage our members, if you can't find something, to ask us, and we may have to, even as a team, go and see where it is, but we're happy to do that. And we don't want to inconvenience our members, but in order that we might be able to get everything done, but know that we're there. When you have questions about where something is, you can't find something, we're more than willing and glad to help you to see it.
Oh yeah, the hardest part is finding cardboard boxes to stick all the stuff in there. They're all scattered around and everything. But is there any greater value on food than the snack bar at Sam's? It's like hot dogs a dime and a pizza 25 cents. It seems like it. And it's good too.
Absolutely. I think it's the greatest value in town. It is. We have greatest value not only on our sandwiches, our pizza, and also salads. I think we have the best nutritious value salad in town.
Well, and the expansion you're talking about is going to be unbelievable. But as I look at you, Ron, and I think about our good friend Olin, and we got to give Olin a shout out, as a store manager there who's on our board, and he's a great guy. I'm so glad he sent you instead of him, because you just, but we're so glad. But, when I think about hot dogs, I have to tie in with the Military Family Appreciation Day that Sam's has now been involved with for the last 2 or 3 years, that the Chamber does at the landing. And did you cook burgers down there, hamburgers and hot dogs this past year?
Actually, I was out of town that day.
But you know what happened, though?
I do know what happened.
What's the pulse on the community, on your employees, in referencing their desire to participate?
One of the greatest things I think about our associates is their willingness to volunteer.
Right.
That particular event, there were over 50 associates who volunteered, and I think they cooked over 3,000 hamburgers and hot dogs that day. And as a result of the level of their volunteerism, their participation, they were able to donate a check for $5,000 to Healing Paws for Warriors. I think they actually did that at one of the chamber meetings for $5,000. So the enthusiasm and what was, I think, most outstanding about that event was it was an opportunity for our associates to say thank you to those who served. And having known that the culture that with Walmart and Sam's Club and everything, service is a very part of who we are. Giving back to the community.
Right.
So that was a great event.
It really was. I'm sorry you missed it. You'll get it next year.
Yes.
But for the last couple of years, the Chamber of Commerce has hosted this Military Family Appreciation event, but for active and retired military. And Sam's, as Ron has mentioned, donated all these hamburgers and hot dogs, and all your people cooking them and such. So I want to thank all the businesses out there. Still go to Sam's and buy your stuff, but also don't forget the military folks, how much Sam's does appreciate your business and what they do. And I forgot about that $5,000 donation they did in addition to that. So it's a wonderful cause, and I'm sure you folks are asked a lot to help out with endeavors. The ZT Motors football camp was another one that you guys just did with us with the Chamber. Talk about that.
Yes, and I was actually able to be a part of this one.
There you go, good.
It was an exciting day, football camp. I think there were over 300 kids that participated. Sam's, we were able to put together over 300 grab bags for the kids that included nutritious snacks and some healthy foods and things. We set up misting machines to keep them cool.
Yes, that's right.
We cut up oranges to keep them, make sure they were healthy and things were going well. Provided water, but along with the chamber, we just had a lot of fun. The athletes were spectacular. Had a chance to talk to some of them. It was really great.
It really is. It's another example. In this case, ZT Motors, a new company blowing doors up there on Beale Parkway, sponsoring this football camp last year, collaborating with Sam's, having high school kids come in, learn from local coaches from Fort Walton Beach High School and Choctaw, and I think South Walton was there and some others. And then also they brought some pros down, some pros from around the community. So I'm so glad that Sam's participated in that. It's just a wonderful thing. And I think that's a great thing about ZT, and certainly with Sam's, is you folks are truly doing everything you can. You give back to the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, that's a very much a part of who we are.
Right.
One of the things that I also want to point out is that due to the level of our participation and volunteerism in the community, over 100 associates volunteered last year, over 2,200 hours.
Wow.
And that resulted between the volunteer efforts and the foundation, we were able to give back over $27,000 to the community.
Isn't that something?
So we're excited to volunteer, and we encourage and look for events that are good events that are going on for the community that we can be a part of and partner with and support, because again, that's who we are. We like to not just provide goods and services for our members, but also support what they're doing.
Yeah, and you talk about the associates. How many employees are there actually there?
165.
165, putting you, it's got to be in the top 20 or so of larger employees in Okaloosa County and certainly in Fort Walton. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
And is there a particular favorite? I mentioned the bakery was my favorite part of the store. What's your favorite? Do you got a favorite place?
I would say probably between the nutritious salads and the cafe.
There we go. Okay, so
and the bakery. The bakery I'm trying to stay away from because the foods are so good. And it seems that once I decide I'm not going to eat any more of this, we come out with something new, And one of the unique things about Sam's Club is we're always bringing in new items. We're bringing in new things for our members, and so that poses a challenge. So I just try to walk by and say I'm not going to stop today. But a lot of exciting areas in our club, between our, things that we offer on the floor, to our pharmacy, to our optical. Out in our TBC area where we do our tires and things, the guys out there do a tremendous job. Our fresh meat department is second to none. And so it's produce, it's just a great club.
Well, Olin will be very proud. You have done a great job of capturing the mission of Sam's Club since October. You're enjoying yourself in our community, I know, have no doubt.
I am. Had a chance to get involved in the community.
Good.
You were one of the first persons that I met at the chamber. Had a chance to be involved with some things with the chamber.
Right.
Also had a chance to get around to some of the churches and became a part of a great church family. And so it's a great community and a lot of great people here. And so I'm just excited to be able to offer what is upcoming with our remodel, because the community, I think, is very deserving, and we're honored to do it.
Yeah, we're honored to have not only Ron Evans here, new manager at Sam's. Delightful to have you, Ron. But Sam's in general, it's a great amenity for our community, doing wonderful things, not only for individuals who are going there and buying their groceries, but certainly giving back to the community. So we want to please tell Olin in all seriousness, and all the folks there, how much we appreciate them. Speaking of appreciation, we appreciate R.J. Murdoch, who's sitting over there, Cox Communications, who's broadcasting this, and everyone out there in Fort Walton. Have a great summer, and we'll see you next month.